This is a discussion of range in the context of the data analysis controlled assessment. So the range of a variable is just the maximum and minimum values, and it can apply to either the independent or the dependent variable. Most often it applies to the independent variable, so you choose a range for your independent variable. So in this experiment, for example, which we've used in previous videos, looking at dropping a ball bearing from different heights and looking at how long it takes to hit the ground, then the range for our independent variable is just the smallest to the largest value. Okay, so 50 centimeters to 200 centimeters. And the range for the drop time is a little bit trickier to find. You need to find the smallest number in the table and the largest number of the individual readings. So 0.29 and 0.63 would be the range for the drop time. You could also argue to use the average values and say it's 0.32 to 0.61, but to be honest, it should be the smallest to largest value. You will see range discussed far less in terms of the dependent variable. Most often it's in terms of the independent variable. Note there's some confusion here sometimes that you have to subtract the two numbers to get the sort of size of the range. You don't have to do that. You literally have to write down the smallest one, the word 2, and the largest one for the range. That's what range means. So just to check that you're happy with that, pause the video and identify the range for the independent and dependent variable for this set of data. Okay, so let's have a look at the answer then. So, charging time range is 10 seconds to 40 seconds. Very easy as it's laid out nice and straightforwardly in the table. And the range for distance is 1.51, the smallest value in the table, up to 4.02, the largest value in the table. It's important to point out that you'll have to choose a range for your independent variable, and that's an important part of your designing your experiment. You need to think about why you might want to have a particular range rather than one range rather than another, and try and justify it as well. We'll talk about that more when we talk in detail about the different strands for marking in the data analysis task. So that's it for what the meaning of range actually is.